Yeah, we could record another 20.
Oh, damn.
Yep. All right, let's do it. All right, so from the last video, trying to get everything out. Remember, I had all these little baby hairs sticking out. Don't worry too much about this. We're gonna tackle it down in another way. But now we're gonna focus on the actual lineup of cutting hair. Now, as you can see, now when you're lining up people, you gotta study the direction of the hair. All we're gonna be focused on is hairline right here. So you're looking at this part, comb it out. Don't be afraid, just comb everything out. So you gotta understand his hairline. That's the most important thing when you're cutting hair. You wanna make his line up crispy, but at the same time you gotta understand his head shape first. Because some people, like a lot of people, what to do is they think. Imagine this this comb right here. Some people like to push it all the way back here, trying to get it crisp, which is cool, unless it's cool with the customer. But you gotta see how it is with just natural. Right now, his hair, I can see is in order to make it like straight, I'm gonna have to push it back on this section just a tad, a little bit. But we're gonna start going with it. What I'm gonna use is right now is I'm just gonna use like regular Spritz. You just have this Spritz. It's kind of like a thick hairspray kind of thing. So Jay-Sean, I need you to close your eyes. And right now, what you're gonna do is I'm gonna put my hand over here and cover them. So I'm just gonna spray it. So you're gonna see like it's kind of misty right now, and it's gonna be sticky. Give them a heads up. So don't open your eyes yet. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this blow dryer. I'm gonna put on the warm setting. And as I'm doing this, I'm combing it down, combing his hair. The Spritz is what it's going to do is it's going to dry and it's going to freeze the hair. So I'm not going to get mistaken. I'm going to be able to see what's a hit on his hairline. So right now, I'm pretty sure, I'll let Jay-Sean talk a little bit. Jay-Sean, does it feel sticky right here? Okay, so it feels sticky, just as I planned, Now, this is basically like frozen right here. We're going to hit his hairline. We're going to make it crisp. Same thing. You know what? Since some people don't believe in the endoskeleton, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use this. Just a regular Andis T-Outliner blade, but with the GTX blade on there. So it hits more crisp, and we're going to make it happen. Spray it down. Golden rule is be able to see your posture, your position. Now, relax. Remember, you're always allowed to use your fingers, kind of just barely stabilize his head. Because if I'm going like this and he moves, then I just pushed his hairline down. So I'm going to turn this on. We're going to start from the middle. We're going to work our way to the side. So I'm going to hit this right now. Now, some people are really good at looking at lineups, but for me, I'm always using the mirror to double check if I need to clean it up more. Come in at the corner like this. I'm not sure if you come over here, Garrick. Feel free to come over here. I'm coming at an angle right there. Using the tip right here, I'm just gonna go over right here. Alright, so that already looks kind of sharp already. Now what we're going to do is, I start from the middle, I'm going to meet this to the other side. I'm going to make that side sharp too. So, yeah, you come over here. You can come behind me if you want. So I'm going to tell Jay-Sean to kind of move his head this way. And since we're going to hit it right here, follow his hairline. Alright, now, so, not sure if you can see with the camera, his last barber right here kind of pushed it all the way back over here. You don't want to do that. It's going to look kind of light. I'm not sure if the camera's going to catch it. Put it like right there. So, I'm gonna come back over here. Just gotta be careful. Don't want to push it too much, because then. So as you can see, this thing is sharp. And now we'll come back over here. Gonna meet this full blade right here. Coming back. Remember, use your comb it. See if these uneven hairs are sticking out. Alright, so it looks kind of nice, but I also got, what I'm doing right now is I'm checking my work. I'm taking a step back. You also want to look at his hairline right there. See what's going to hit crisp right there. So it already looks like to me, it could look good already. But I'm going to look back at the mirror. And I'm actually going to double check, make sure if his lineup is straight right there. But we don't want to push it back too much, as we said. But I could tell this side we might have to push it a little bit up. Just a little bit, not too much. So it looks crisp right there. Take your time, Comb that down. Double check my work. It looks like, in my opinion, I think it looks good, but I just gotta hit this corner real quick. Remember, I'm not pushing too much. Barely hitting it. So now, check this out. Not sure if you can see, but now, because of his head, right here, everybody has a widow's peak. I hit that and it hit right here. But because on this side, we don't want to get like super straight too much, because if I do it, it's going to be right there. It's not going to come out as clean as what I thought it was going to be. So it's going to look like, if you're coming from a far point of view, you can see that his hairline, it looks like this side is like coming down like straight, and this side needs to be straightened out a little bit. So I'm gonna push it just a tad little bit on that corner to match the other side. Not too much, but just a tad, a little bit.
13 minutes?
13 minutes? Alright. Alright, now it looks like from my angle, now it looks like more sharper right there. But then, now because I'm not done with this haircut, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, because earlier we said throughout the haircut, we got to actually trim all the loose little baby hairs up here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my shears and I'm just kind of following it, just going down like that. You're just basically kind of pressing down when you're doing this. But make sure your shears are sharp. But sometimes, like, this could take a long time when you're cutting hair with waves. Oh, cool. guess I caught him off guard. Oh, I did? Sorry about that. Oh, that's actually a good question. And see, look, all that, technically I could go through it like this. It wastes time, So let's speed up the process. I'm going to use a Bronze Series 3 foil shaver. Spray it down. So what I'm going to do is, just like how we were cutting it, I'm going to follow the waves real quick. I'm going to turn this on. I'm just going to press down like this and just go rock with it like that. Now, to be honest, in your opinion, Jay Sean, how does it feel? Does it feel like, doesn't hurt? Just cutting the baby hairs. That's what we're doing. So we're doing that. I'm following the waves. How it's going. following it. I'm actually pressing down really hard. I love this foil shaver. I used to use a wall foil shaver, but they kind of like, I don't know. It just, in my opinion, it really like kind of inconsistent with the wall. But this, I feel like the blade right here, it I don't know. It's just the way Braun makes them. It feels like they don't get dull that quick. So I'm going at it again and again. So his hair's coming down this way. Just follow the waves. It's not really hard. It's not like some people think it's like the hardest haircut to do. Even though you can't really see the waves, but Jay Sean's gonna grow it back out, and it's gonna look nice. And from here, look at his cowlick right there. This part is, you gotta be real careful. You don't wanna, this is like the hit or break of a haircut. Not really careful, you could just like messed up.
Nine minutes left?
9 minutes left. Alright, so what I usually do with all my haircuts, I usually shave the neck, make sure it's like clean. But because of how his hair texture is different, I'm not going to do it on him in the back because he might bump up. Ingrown hair is basically it's kind of like how basically the hair is, but everybody's hair is different. My hair is straight. This is kind of curly. So because we have in the skin, it's stuck on the pores, that means the ingrown hair, the hair is stuck inside the skin. And sometimes people mistake it for acne and all kinds of things. But since the razor gets it really close, I don't want to do that to him. Otherwise, he's gonna bump up real bad. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just line them up with the straight razor in the front. So I'm gonna do this since I have a barber chair. I'm gonna stick this right here. All right, lay your head back, Jay Sean. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna lower them down. I'm gonna recline them back. So you're going back like this, and I'm gonna push this down just to make sure it feels just right there. So right now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a straight razor out, or a Shavette right here. Now I'm not sure if you could come from this angle. Garrett, can you come here? It's like right here. You see, of course, that's all the hair right here. I didn't get a chance to dust off, but I'm gonna use this straight razor right here. And I'm gonna pull on his skin right there. That's all from the Spritz work that we did. So I'm just pulling this, come at an angle, and just barely. I don't think I could really talk when I'm doing this, but barely just use a blade and glide it. See, look, it's slowly taking it off. Slowly, just take your time when you're doing this. Just remember, you have a blade. And here we go, we're starting to go at it again. Go at it again. I'm not sure if you can see all the dry, like bubbly spot. That's from the Spritz. Don't worry about it. We're gonna clean it up. See, look, bam! It just came off.
6 minutes.
All right. So I'm gonna use this. Pull this over here. Barely go right here where his lineup is. So not sharp, huh? Now you're trying. If you could tilt your head on this side, I'm gonna pull this out. I'm pulling his skin with my thumb. Since my hands are hard to get in, like both of my hands like this, spreaded, I'm just gonna pull. It's all about feel when you're cutting hair. So you're gonna go like this, using the tip of the blade. Pull it.
make sure that every note is just right. That's what kept Jim Beam at the top.
See, it's looking like it's coming out nice. Now we're going to do it on this side too.
How will you make yours?
Alright, just relax your head. Make sure he's not moving. Because if he does this, it's going to be really, really hard to make his lineup crisp and also I'm pulling this right here. Pulling at an angle. I'm handling with a straight razor. And now we're just gonna same technique when I was using the liners. I'm using the tip of the blade. Right now I have a derby blade in there. Derbies are alright. They're good for lineup, shape ups kind of thing. But if you're doing like full shaves, it's a little bit harder. You know, it gets dull real fast.
4 minutes.
Alright, 4-minute mark. Alright, so, not sure. I'm gonna come back this way. Sometimes, you know, since I was behind him, I'm gonna come back over here. Just pull this guy down. Barely just, you gotta have like steady hands when you're cutting hair. Especially with a razor, you know. Does it feel sticky over here, Jay Sean? Doesn't feel like it anymore, huh? Yeah, see look. It's kind of like, what Spritz does is almost like it's like giving them a wax. I'm just shaving all these guys off. Once I'm done, I'm just gonna stick in my quads and disinfect that. So right now I'm just dusting them off. Dusting them. Come back up. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna use some oil sheen. It's Proline. Just gonna spray it on them.
3 minutes.
Yeah, 3-minute mark. Okay. So I'm gonna spray it on him, and with a sanding strip. It's funny. I actually put a lot of oil sheen, but sanding strip. I'm just gonna kind of put all the oil into his waves. I'm just going with it with the grain. So look, sometimes when you do this, you can still see hair. So the haircut is not really complete until I think it's complete. So now I think it's done. Take my scissors. Sometimes the trimmers don't really do a good job. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, I'm just going to let Jay Sean kind of check, because this whole time I'm kind of didn't really get to let him check everything, make sure it's cool. Just check this out. Make sure what he thinks.
I got my waves back.
He got his waves back, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yep, so he said we got it back. Yep, and that's pretty much it. Of course, dust them off, you know. Sometimes every little baby hair counts. Dust them around here, there. Now it looks like you got like a real haircut, you know. Now Mr. J should go eat some turkey now, you know. He's been waiting, you know. All right, and Ron Barber, and yep, that's today on doing waves. But it's like I said, you can't really see the waves, but it's gotta let it grow out. And yeah, you could turn around and show my cameraman, Mr. Garrick over there.
Nah,
No, all right, all right. Signing out. Yeah, follow me on Instagram at 916 Brian the Barber. Signing out.